Hello, welcome to the EPPE application LDS approval workflow training. My name is David Brizzi. In this training module, we will be reviewing the following topics: EPPE application access prerequisites, basic information about EPPE, updating an LDS DUA, which includes updating existing data files on a DUA, and EPPE help desk information. EPPE is accessible through the CMS portal homepage. Please make sure you are using your EIDM credentials to log into the CMS portal to access EPPE. The registration and role request processes are covered in a subsequent training module. Please note that all required fields in EPPE are indicated with an asterisk. Also, select any question mark icon throughout the system to display field-specific help. For more information about data use agreements, use the Training Slide Decks link on the EPPE homepage. This link will redirect you to the EPPE information page on cms.gov. Select Update Amend from under DUAs in the left navigation menu. DUAs in an approved status will show in the Update table. Please note that you will be unable to update any DUAs for your organization if there is at least one expired DUA. Expired DUAs and where to find them are covered in subsequent training modules. Also, please note that if you are an existing requester, any approved contractor type DUAs on which you are the requester will also display in the list. Pick the DUA you need to update by selecting the View link, or enter the DUA number in the search field to easily find it. From the My DUA screen, use the green plus sign icon on the right side of the screen to view the DUA lifecycle. You can use the Print DUA button in the upper left corner of the page to print and or save the information displayed on the My DUA screen. Printing a DUA is covered in a subsequent training module. Use the Update button in the bottom left corner of the My DUA page to navigate to the Update DUA Request page to begin your updates. Use the View Approved Version button in the upper right corner of the page to download and or print the approved version of the DUA. The approved version contains the current approved information on the DUA. Use the Edit button of the section you need to update. For the purposes of this training module, we're going to select the existing Data File Description section Edit button on the right side of the screen. Select the checkbox for the data files you need to update. You can also select the Select All checkbox inside the table to update all available data files listed in the table. Use the Add Selection to Update DUA Request button under the Data File Description table to add the selected files to the Selected Data File Descriptions table. Use the Edit link on the first file to begin the update process. Select the data file extraction percentage or cohort value and the from and to years. Please note that some future years may not yet be available. For training purposes, we're going to add an additional 2 years. Enter specific quarters and or states if applicable. Reminder that only standard analytical files are available quarterly. Select Add under the States field when you've completed your selections. You can continue to add additional extraction percentages, year range, etc. to this data file, or select Next in the lower right corner of the pop-up to go to the next step. The Custodians tab will display any previously identified custodians as view only. Select Next to go to the Shipping Information tab. The Shipping Information tab on the Data File Information screen displays the file's original shipping information. You can make the following changes if needed. Remove existing shipping details from the table or add new shipping details. Change the access method or leave the default shipping selected if you're unsure which method to select. Change the data dissemination system or leave the default CCW VRDC selected if you are not sure which system to select. Change or add the primary recipient. Change or add the data file shipping location. Change or add carrier information. For the purposes of this training, we're going to leave the current selections in place. Select Finish in the lower right corner of the pop-up when you're done. Continue the setup process until all selected files have an updated status. Using the Apply All feature, we'll apply all selected details to the selected data files. Select Done in the lower right corner of the screen when you are done. Review all your changes on the Update DUA Request screen. You are required to enter any comments relevant to your update in the comment field. In this example, we added additional years to more than one file. Use the Save button in the lower left corner of the screen at any time to save your updates. A message will display in the lower right corner of the screen that says, "Success, DUA saved successfully." Selecting the Cancel Update button in the lower left corner will display a warning pop-up which reads, "You have requested to cancel your Update Amend action for this DUA. Please be advised that by canceling your Update Amend action, your DUA will revert back to the previously approved version. Would you like to proceed with the cancellation?" Select the OK button in the lower right corner of the pop-up to proceed with the cancellation. Please note that by choosing this option, all of your updates will be canceled, including any that were previously saved, and the DUA will revert to the previously approved version. Also, a canceled Update Amend entry will be placed in the DUA lifecycle. Use the X in the upper right corner of the pop-up to close it and return to the Update DUA Request screen. Select Next in the lower right corner of the screen when you have completed your updates. Review the terms and conditions before selecting the checkbox in the lower left corner of the screen. Then select the Submit button in the lower right corner of the screen. You are taken to the DUA request status page. The submission confirmation message displays your DUA request, with the DUA number included, has been submitted for approval. You will receive a follow-up email notification. To view the status of your DUA request, navigate to My DUAs. From here, you can print the DUA or save a copy of it. Printing a DUA is covered in a subsequent training module. You should also be able to view this DUA from the submitted queue as well. The DUA is then routed to the LDS DMT for approval. You will receive an email when the LDS DMT has made a determination. If you have any questions, please contact the EPPE Help Desk at 844-EPPE-DUA or 844-377-3382 or via email epi@cms.hhs.gov. They are available Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This concludes this training module.